Ex-offenders, restoring value on today's modern day leper with Ahmad Blakemore. Hello, Leper Nation. How are you? And welcome back to another edition of Modern Day Leper with Ahmad Blakemore. So this is the second video in our Surviving the Registry series, and it is called Ex-Offenders Restoring Value. Restoring value. So in the process of making these videos, I get a lot of comments about using the word sex offender, or why I call myself a sex offender, an ex-offender. And people say, oh, you're much more than that. That's old. You don't have to say that. Oh, you're much more than that. Don't do that. That's bad. But what they don't understand is my mission. My mission is to give value to that term. And it seems contradictory that the term sex offender could actually have some value, but it does. You see, if those lepers that Jesus healed were not lepers, what would be the point? The point was that someone has to hold their testimony. Someone has to tell the story. Someone has to go from bad to good to great. And the only way you can do that is with value. And that value comes from changing the meaning of the words that people use to describe something bad, to turn it into something good. So let's take a look right now at what the word value means. Let's take a look at that. So let's take a look at this together. So when we take a look at this, we know that value means the regard that something is held to deserve. The regard that something is held to deserve. The importance, worth, or usefulness of something. Now, what do you believe your testimony is worth? What do you believe your testimony is worth? See, the big thing about this is most people don't see the value in the phrase sex offender because they judge it based on what society says. I'm judging it based on what my mission is, how my mission was given to me from the Lord to start this channel and to start helping people. From the perspective of my testimony, it is one of the most valuable assets I have, that phrase, because it's from that dynamic that we will change things, that we will change how society thinks about us, how society sees us, our value. What do you think you're worth? You see, what is your value? And this is why when people comment on the page, I say, I appreciate your support. Why? Because the support is the value. That intrinsic value of those words on that page is what juices me to continue to go forward, to make more videos, in contrast to all the people that have negative views, negative vibes as to what it means to be a sex offender. What is your value? You see, you must discover it through the gifts that you have. I'm doing this. This is my mission. This is my purpose, as I said in the last video. I understand the value in this. And I push that value through these videos. Why? Because that value reaches other people. They feel that value and they're drawn. All you have to do is put value in your gifts. If you don't believe in them, no one else will. I'm not ashamed of the fact that I'm a sex offender or an ex-offender. I'm not ashamed of that. That is the basis by which I will be successful and change the world. That is the basis by which Christ will be shown. That is the basis by which other people will be helped. That is the basis on which this channel will grow, and lots of people around the world will have their lives changed. But not just me. You see, that value continues to move. When a lady writes and says her husband is an offender and she's so happy for the page, that's value. When my son is coming home in a few months and I'm glad I found you, that's value. And that value is bigger than somebody on the page saying, I aim for sex offenders, as in the gun. That has no value at all. But it does. It motivates me to continue to go. So what he's thinking, he's writing a negative comment, I use it all for positive, because everything I use in terms of my gifts and my mission has value. You must find your mission. You must find your gifts and then push value through those. But you can't do that if you're afraid. You must come into your gifts with value and boldness and let people know who you are and what you have to offer. Let them know that you are a value. What you offer is a value, that your family is a value. Sex offender status or not. I use the term because it's my testimony. And people say, you can use another term. Don't use that. And I understand that part of it. But to say it as if, oh, don't use that term because it's negative. It makes you look bad. I don't like that term. Why? Because I'm a sex offender too, and I'm trying to get away from it. Well, if you want to get away from the term, please do. By all means, get away from it. But that's not my mission. My mission is to embrace it, change it, break it down, rebuild it, give it value from a negative to a positive. Whereas people say these people are this way and that way, I want to show them that that's not the truth, that we can own businesses after prison and after the fact that we've got that title and after the fact that we've been on the registry and after the fact that we'd have to live in the woods and after the fact that people said they didn't want us in their neighborhoods, and we're still going to be successful despite all of that, because that's where the value is. When we keep our heads up high. But if we don't use the term sex offense or talk about our past or talk about what we've gone through, all those people that are on the road that may be in a lower position than us or a higher position than us on the journey, how are they going to be inspired if we're all cowards? Who's going to show them the way if we're all scared and running? Who's going to show them the way if we're afraid of our shadows and if we're afraid of society? Then they win. This is why the other lepers didn't come back. They didn't want to have a memory of that. Hey, let's move to the suburbs. We made it now. Hey, let's act like we never knew those people. Hey, now that we're successful, let's don't worry about nobody else. We got ours. Well, what about all the other people? Man, forget about those other people. We don't know them now. We're better than them now. We'll act like we never had a problem. We'll act like we never had to come through anything. We can act all bougie now because we've made it. The value comes when you understand who you are and what you have to offer, and you believe in it, and you know where it came from, and you know what it's for, and you know the ability you have to help change people's lives. So when you see my name, Ahmad Blakemore, sex offender, ex-offender, speaker, coach, understand that I understand what I'm doing. I understand what my mission is. I understand what my value is. I understand what my value is to this community. I feel it from you. I'm here with you. I'm your brother in the struggle. I'm not trying to get away. I embrace it. I embrace all of it. I embrace what it's going to take to change these rules, what it's going to take to abolish this registry that's totally useless, the mindsets of people that have no idea what they're talking about, all these made up myths and images and ideas that people have that are totally useless. They need us. They need us to show them. This is my mission. This is the value. You must understand your value. Find out what your value is. And a little message to you, Jason, JJ. I saw your channel. I took a look at your music video. It was amazing. Embrace it. Go hard because the music was good. The video was good. You have talent. Go hard. If you're reviewing movies, go hard. I saw that. Go hard. Speak up. Stand up. Yell it up. Go hard. Show them the value in it and help it to grow and get it out there. This is no time for us to stop. This is no time to follow those naysayers that say we don't have value, because the more they say I don't have value, the more I show them I do. The more I'm going to grow, the more videos I'm going to make. I'm not going to shut down because some naysayer said something about me. I wish I would. I'm not a coward. I will never be. And if I'm going to be a leper, I'll be the leper king. I'll be out front. I'll be the first guy with the crown. Ahmad Blakemore, modern day leper king. That's me. Because I believe in what I do. I believe in what I say. I'll put my money on it. I'll put my time on it. And I'll put my life on it. That's how much I love you guys and believe in this movement. Believe in this mission. That's why this channel is here. I already know that some people have great relationships. I know that people have great jobs and great homes, but this is not necessarily about you. This is about people who are everywhere on the spectrum. Everybody don't have the great relationship, the great home, the great job. There are people in Texas right now homeless. There are people in Florida right now living in 10 cities and living in the woods. And their governor don't give a rip. And guess what? The president or ex-president is in Mar-a-Lago in Florida daily and don't give a rip. Somebody has to. Those men have to be valued, and they're being devalued. You must find your gift and get in the game. Find out what your gift is. Shoot as much value through it as you possibly can and make it work, because we need you. I will be here 24/7 if necessary. This is my calling and this is my gift, and I will not back down. I am not afraid. I will never be afraid. There's nothing anyone can do to threaten me. I'm not a coward, and I don't care what you think. All of my talent and resources will be used for this mission. And I challenge every sex offender, ex-offender that have done their time to come out and join the fight. Do not let society devalue you. But this is my testimony. This is where I live. And I will always use the word sex offender, sex offenses, registered person. I will always use it because it is my testimony, and I will never run from my testimony. It is the most valuable thing I have. And from this position, we will all be successful. I'm Ahmad Blakemore. I am the modern day leper king. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.